and it's called Chicala. I don't know why it's called that, and I'll tell you where I first had it. When I was growing up in Tucson, Arizona, there used to be a deli on the far east side. I lived near the Catalina Mountains. I went to Sabino High School, and there used to be a little Italian deli in a strip mall there called Fortunato's Deli.
You forget Go Sabercats.
Go Sabercats. But Fortunato's Deli, and I told Rick this, it's like they took a deli straight out of New York City, took it lock, stock, and barrel, and then just plopped it right there where I grew up. And it was perfect. And they used to make this thing called a Chicala, and you're going to see what it is in a minute. But for a long time, we had this on Christmas Eve. My mom would special order a couple of them, and we would eat those for Christmas Eve dinner. But I thought, you know, we're going to use the pizza dough recipe that we made the breadsticks out of, and we're going to make a Chicala because it's super simple, and I think it's going to be amazing. So I'm going to show you what I did. I already pre-made some pizza dough, and it's just been sitting here waiting to be used. I was busy doing other things, so I just let it go, and I'm dropping my rings on the floor here. All right. So let's see. I'll just stick this over here. Now I'm just going to deflate my dough. Whoops, excuse me. And don't punch. I don't like it when people say punch down your dough. It really does compromise the integrity of the dough when you punch it. You don't have to do that. You just need to gently release it. I'm spreading some flour on my board here. Get this out of the way. We put a new filter on the sink. I'm going to go ahead and get my rolling pin. And I'm just going to start to roll it out, and you can see this dough is nice. It's got nice stretch to it. And all a Chicala is like a rolled up pizza. But I thought, man, I haven't had that in so long, and this pizza dough is going to be perfect to make this out of. So all we can do is try, right? And then I'm going to have to take a piece over to my dad. I always make a mess. Are you kidding me? Okay. I'm just going to stretch this a little this way.
You could probably spin that and toss it, couldn't you?
I probably could. It is pizza dough after all, right? Mm-hmm. He wants out. I just have some of my favorite sauce here. This happens to be out of the pantry. It's a roasted onion and caramelized onion and roasted garlic. Now, as if you were making a pizza, you don't want to put too much sauce in here. But you do want to put enough sauce. Because if you put too much, it's going to ooze out while you cook it. Alright. Now, what we're going to layer in here is some provolone cheese.
No mozzarella?
There's mozzarella too. I've got both.
Oh.
But first I'm going to put some pepperoni. This is sandwich size pepperoni. And I bought it at the deli counter. This is boar's head. And it is really, really, really good. And then, let's see, we'll put our mozzarella cheese. I'm using what I had left in the fridge. That is a sad looking piece, but it's going in.
It won't be one to home.
I know. When I have some Genoa salami here.
And why have you never done this before?
I haven't done it since we've been together, have I?
No.
Because honestly, it's one of those things, I haven't had it in so long, I totally forgot about it. So, let's see. I have more provolone in the fridge. I'm going to grab it.
That looks delicious already.
I know! Wow. See, I got one slice left, right?
Okay.
I'm just going to stick it right there, and everybody's going to be happy. Aren't you lucky? And so glad. All right. Okay, now, what I am going to do is I'm going to grab some Italian seasoning. I'm going to sprinkle it in here. I already have garlic in the sauce, but I'm going to put a little more garlic powder just for fun. I mean, really, can you have too much garlic?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now for the fun. Now, just like you were going to make cinnamon rolls, you're going to roll this and make sure that you roll it really tight. Or as tight as you possibly can. Okay, now, what you don't want to do is you want to try and avoid having the sauce. Okay, pinch this shut. Pinch the ends together and fold them under, because we're going to flip this. See, what you don't want to do is what I just happened. My sauce is coming out the end here, but we're going to flip it. And we're going to do the best that we can.
You need to wet the dough so it stick.
Well, that's sometimes you can do that and get it to work. Not too wet, though. Okay. I have a baking sheet that I have a parchment on. And we're going to see if I can achieve greatness here. I have some cornmeal on here, in case you were wondering what that was. And that's going to help me to slide this just a little bit. Okay, so okay, I'm bringing this back over here because I have one more thing I need to do. I'm going to wipe off my board somewhat. Okay, I just really want to make sure that that seam is on the bottom. So I'm going to kind of manipulate this so that it's really underneath and firm. So I'm going to grab my kitchen scissors here that I keep in my drawer. rinse them off really well. Just like that. I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. And I'm going to put it in there. And I'm going to let it bake for 25 minutes. And then I'm going to come back and check it. So, we'll be back when it's time to check it. Okay, the Chicala is ready to come out. And it looks like the Chicala that ate Toledo. So do not be alarmed. It is going to go down a bit after it cools. Remember what I said about I didn't want it to bake out? Well, guess what?
Thanks for that.
It baked out. But that's okay. It's still going to be delicious. This looks great. Oh,
Yes.
it looks really great.
Can you eat it?
Not quite. We're going to let this cool, and then we're going to come back, and I'm going to slice it and fix you a plate of Chicala, because I know you're hungry. So we'll be back in a little while. Okay, we've let this Chicala cool off enough that it's really like room temperature. And we cut the end off because we had to try it. Look at that. I want you to see that. In the light, I want you to see it. That's exactly what Chicala is supposed to look like. Beautiful. This stuffed bread is very hearty. You serve this alongside a salad, and you have a complete meal. It's a nice alternative to pizza, and when you have to feed a large crowd, I mean, this didn't really cost that much. A little bit of pepperoni and salami and cheese I put in there was probably less than $5. So, I hope